We all know that the bravest Viking warriors went to Valhalla to drink mead, dine on the eternal pig, and the end of the world. But what happened to all the other people that didn't die in battle, but succumbed to illness, old age, or died at sea in a storm? Well, there were several other places you could end up in your afterlife if you were a Viking. Not all of them pleasant. Let's take a closer look at the Vikings' belief about death and resurrection. This is Viking Afterlife Explained with Magnus. I've already made a video about Valhalla, so I'm not going to go into too much details about that in this video, but focus on the other worlds you could end up in. In Norse mythology, Valhalla is Odin's hall for warriors who prepare for Ragnarok, where the bravest and best fighters would fight Surtur, a fire giant, a primordial being of flame and destruction that would end the world. Only the best and bravest warriors went to Valhalla. Women could not enter Valhalla, but it's true that we hear of Valkyries, but they were divine female beings whose task was to choose worthy warriors and serve them mead in Odin's hall. While Odin ruled over Valhalla, Freya had her own realm for the dead. Half of the slain on the battlefield would be chosen by her to Folkvangr, often those considered more honorable, men or women who had lived virtuous lives. Both are afterlives for brave warriors, but they differ somewhat in selection and focus. Folkvangr comes from Old Norse folk, meaning people or army, and vangr, meaning field or meadow, meaning roughly the people's field or the army's field. We know that the Vikings also honored the fallen women, as magnificent ships have been found where noble women have been laid to rest. Freya herself chose who will come to her, and those chosen are often more honorable men and less bloodthirsty than those sent to Valhalla. In Snorri's account, Freya's hall is called Sessrumnir, and it lies beside Valhalla, though the two places are completely separate. Folkvangr is depicted as a beautiful meadow or a great peaceful whole realm under Freya's leadership, in contrast to the more battle-focused war-preparing Valhalla. But not everyone was granted entry into Freya's realm. Others had to settle for a darker place, Helheim. Despite the name, Helheim is not a place of punishment. It's not a fiery abyss where sinners burn, but a grey continuation of life. Only later, when Christian scribes recorded the old myths, did Helheim begin to resemble their vision of hell. In Old Norse belief, it was simply the realm of those whose death lacked glory. Helheim is the cold and mist-veiled realm of the dead, a place not of fire and torment, but of stillness and shadow. Ruled by Hel, the grim daughter of Loki and the giant Angerboda, and it lies far beneath the roots of the world. Here, the souls of those who did not fall gloriously in battle drifted into dim half-existence, not punished, but forgotten. Also, those who died of illness, age, or misfortune made their way to Helheim. Their fate was not one of disgrace, but of quiet inevitability, in a dim half-existence, not punished, but simply forgotten. To the Norse, it was the natural end for most people, a place beyond judgment. But if you were a criminal, died in disgrace, were executed, or banished as a Nidingr, your fate was said to be far darker. A Nidingr was a very dishonorable person, an oathbreaker who had been outlawed and condemned to live in the wild, and anyone had the right and the desire to kill you. Check out my video for more on that. When a Nidingr died, killed or otherwise, or a criminal was executed, they went to Nastrand, the corpse's shore, a chilling location within the underworld realm of Hell, serving as a prison for those who committed severe misdeeds. In this realm, there were serpents dripping venom, and the dragon Nidhugger tore at the dead. Others found no rest at all. Denied a proper burial, they might rise again as a Draugr, restless ghosts haunting the living. To be cast out, unburied, or forgotten was the truest punishment, a second death both in life and in legend. For those who drowned at sea, the Norse believed that they were taken to Ran's underwater realm. The sea goddess cast her great net to gather lost soldiers and bring them to her hall beneath the waves. Death at sea was not an end, but a transformation. Claimed by Ran, wife of the sea giant Aegir, the drowned joined her in the timeless depths. Aegir hosted lavish parties for the other gods in his undersea hall, which is referred to as Ranheimir. While Aegir embodied the ocean's calm and generosity, The Ran represented its darker power, the cold pull of the abyss and the mysteries it concealed. Her fabled net was both feared and revered. Sailors prayed to her before voyages, seeking favor or mercy should the sea turn cruel. To die in Ran's embrace was not disgraceful, but a faith worthy of seafarers who lived by the ocean's mercy. Her realm was solemn and eternal, a place of shifting lights and silence. Norse sagas even tell of drowned men appearing, still dripping from seawater, at their own funeral feasts, a sign that Ran had welcomed them kindly into her watery hall. So now you know a little bit more about the Viking afterlife. Remember to subscribe.